When you visit Japanese bakeries, one of the most mesmerizing things you'll come across are these epic little Japanese milk breads. And they're actually quite easy to make, but there's a very interesting method that begins with some milk and some flour in a saucepan like this. And this is essentially to make a roux, a tangzhong, which is going to create a light and airy and pillowy soft dough. Tangzhong is also known as Asian water roux, made by mixing flour and water, or in this case flour and milk, over heat till it comes together as a smooth, translucent paste. Right, this consistency is just perfect. And now I'm going to take this off the heat, leave it to cool somewhat, before I get on with the actual bread dough, which starts off in a mixing bowl with strong bread flour. There's 2 teaspoons of fast-action yeast, which is going to give me that nice rise, some caster sugar, and just blend it up. To the center of this bowl now, it's all about enriching the dough. And to do that, I have some butter, 1 large egg, slightly different to what your normal traditional bread dough is, 175 milliliters of cream. And to enrich it even further, I have that smooth tangzhong. And you can see just the texture of that is gonna really give something special to these lovely milk rolls. This is now going to knead in this mixer for about 5 minutes, just until it becomes really smooth and elastic. Now, the interesting thing about making bread in a mixer like this is there is a tendency that you can over-knead and ruin the yeast that's in there if you mix it too hard. So just take this gently and check it, and if it bounces back, it's ready to go. You can see just how smooth and elastic that dough is. And transfer it out onto a floured surface just to make sure that it doesn't stick. So dust it all the way over, and I'm just going to knead it into a nice round. So this is looking pretty good. So this goes into a bowl now, and then just leave it to rest for about 45 minutes until it's doubled in size. This is exactly what you're looking for, a nice, big, puffy looking dough. Punch it down. Dust this over with a little bit of flour and just work it a little bit into a nice sort of sausage shape. And once this is in a nice, smooth and even sausage, I'm going to split it out into 12 little bread rolls. Working with each little one, I'm going to transfer these into a baking tin, well dusted with flour. And using the heels of your hands, just press and push underneath as you roll this around, until you have a nice, smooth little roll, just like that. This now goes into our baking tin, and then you've got to work through the rest of them. Just tuck this last little baby straight into bed. And now just cover it with a tea towel, and I'm going to leave this to rise just until it's doubled in size for about 30 minutes. This is what you're looking for, those perfect little milk bread rolls ready to go. And now the last little touch is an egg glaze, just to finish these off and give that nice golden brown color when they come out of the oven. This is looking good. So these now go into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius. They're going to cook for 30 minutes until they're risen and very golden. Just look at those. This is why this recipe is well worth making. I mean, they're golden and the smell in this kitchen is wonderful. They're gonna sit on this wire rack just to cool, and then I'm gonna turn it out, and then I can get my hands on these beautiful Asian buns. Now this is a satisfying bake. Just look how beautiful those warm rolls are. I've gotta try one. It's like a cross between a traditional baked roll and more of a sort of sweetened, enriched brioche. It's like a Cheats brioche. It's wonderfully light, and you can just see the crumb structure to it. It's got that golden crust, and it's a little bit more work than your traditional bread dough, but it's so worthwhile. Delicious.